Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Mosquito Angling. I just want to do a couple of videos really regarding how to use the new speedy feeder. Now, what I've got in my hand there is the docking system for the actual feeder. It comes blank, there's nothing on it, okay, and probably that's how you'd buy it. However, they do come fitted with lead weights, and I'm now going to show you how to fit the lead weight. So simple, you wouldn't believe. There's the base, the docking system with no lead weight. What I've got here is what we call super tack rig putty. Now, this really does stick, it's unbelievable. It is waterproof and it is non-toxic, so you've no worries about it on your skin or harming the environment. Basically, you turn the feeder over, follow the perimeter, just pressing down as you go. That's fine. And what you've got there is probably a broken horseshoe type shape, just around the perimeter. Then you'd find, well, these are the weights. They come in 15s, 25s and 50s. Now, to simply put the weight on, just drop it into the arc like that, line it up with the hole and simply firm on. The best way to do this is to actually use a pair of pliers and just firm it on. Won't hurt the feeder. Now that is stuck on there. It will really take some jip to get that off. It really does stick, this material. So that's the weight fitted. So simple, it's unbelievable. To thread the line, well, threading the line again is simplicity itself. What you need is a long baiting needle. Simply push right through the middle of the feeder and it comes out this end. Okay, the clasp is obviously down, so keep the clasp down. Then your main line is going to come here. So before you actually put the main line onto the hook, you want to be putting a rubber onto your main line. So this is your main line, for instance. You want to be putting a small rubber on there because all will become apparent as why. What I use are these tail rubbers, these clips. What I do is simply snip them off, okay? Thread onto your main line. Like so. So that's running on there. Okay, and simply just move that out the way a second. Now with your main line, you pick up on the bait needle and close the clasp. Then simply pull right through the main body of the feeder, like so. And that is out, obviously out the other end. Now this end, obviously that's going to pull straight through, so you're going to have to tie something on there. I use a quick link swivel. Cheap as they come. There's no point paying for those quick change beads. To my mind, it's a waste of time. These are pennies. Simply thread through. I'll tie a simple knot at this stage, just to illustrate how it goes on. Just snip that off. These are size 8, by the way, so a size 8 swivel or a quick change will fit inside here pretty simply. And as you can see, now the actual quick change is going to go into the tunnel. Well, within that tunnel there's a reducer which will stop that pulling right through. But it's just a real tidy job when it sits inside, like so. And there you have it. That's threaded. Obviously your hook link will fit on there, but the actual opening of the swivel is protected inside the actual tunnel of the feeder. And there we have it. Now this end, obviously it's going to be loose, which is where the rubber comes in. And I'll just get the rubber and show you that. Right, here's the rubber. That simply just slips on the end. Okay, and that will hold tight there. Now, I say this runs in line, it actually does, because under any pressure that just pulls away, like you can see. Okay, it just pulls away. So if you get snapped off here, sorry, if you get snapped off there, it's going to actually pull away, as you can see. Pretty straightforward stuff. There you go. Right, now I'm going to show you how to add a weight to the system. This is a 25 on here, so I'm sat fishing, I think, well, I want to go a bit further out. So what I'm going to put on there is a further 25 gram weight, and I'm just going to show you how to do it. Again, it's using the Super Tack rig putty. Marvellous stuff, it really is. We'll talk more about that later, but I'm just going to show you how to put a weight on top of that. So I'm going to get another 25 grams, so I'm going to go from 25 to 50. So 2 ounces in old money. Again, here's the Super Tack. Again, just thin it out in your palms of your hand. And like I said before, on the first instance, just follow the perimeter. Stop short of the hole. We'll show you what that's for in a second. Again, it doesn't have to be anything fancy. The Super Tack is on there now. What I'm going to do now is place another 25 gram weight on top of that. And here it is. So just marry it all up so it's all pretty level. And again, with the pliers, simply firm it on. Right, once that's on there, it's on there. It'll take something pretty strong to pull that off. So if you're going to be in a, I don't know, in a snag situation, it might well, but you really have to give it some. But I can't see it doing it. I can't. I've tried it and tried it and tried it. And once that's on there, it doesn't like to come off. Right, that's the basis of the feeder and loading the weights. Simplicity itself, however, obviously it's no good on its own, but it can be used on its own just as an inline lead. However, what it does have is a clip, and it's a method clip. Say for instance you're actually fishing with this just as an inline lead, and you think, right, I need more feed out there. What we have is these method clips, and they clip straight on to the docking system, and they snap on. Now that basically is now become a method feeder, which will allow you to get more feed out there. And once you've obviously changing your method, you would simply press the buttons at either side, press them in and pull that off. Okay, now you can preload any amount of these if you wish, 4 or 5, to get yourself a quicker return to the water, but simplicity itself. Okay, now that obviously is all happening while this is still online. You know, I don't have to change that over. So that's it in a nutshell. Okay, now we've got other clip-on cages coming, or other feeders coming to fit the system, but for now what we've got is this one. Pretty straightforward and easy to use as a method. It does fit a certain method mould, which is an orange one. I can't mention any names, but it does actually fit that type of method mould. To my mind, method feeder fishing for carp is well, it's underused really. People prefer PVA bags, but this gets the bait out there immediately. Well usable. Now, talking of PVA bags, if you like PVA bags, then you've got to use them. But this system will allow you to use PVA bags, and I'm just going to show you how that's done now. What I'm going to start with again is a blank docking base. Okay, pretty straightforward stuff again. what I'm going to do is put another 25, well I'll put a 50 on there this time because we want to go further out. So I'm going to show you how to put a 50 gram on. Same again, Super Tack rig putty. This, by the way, is the same material as tungsten rig putty, but it doesn't have the tungsten in it. We'll speak more about that pretty soon. However, Super Tack rig putty right round the perimeter. Now this time I'm going to put a 50 on, so I've got to cover this area here. Now the way we do that is simply pull right across the middle, like so. Snip it off there. As you can see, there's that look. So we've got to get that bit. So okay, that's what it looks like. Anything like that will do the trick. You don't have to be fancy or anything like that. 50 gram lead weight. Okay, these are shiny, but after a day in the water they'll become dull. You know, simple as that. Obviously they do land face down, so you know, yes it is shiny, but it's not going to put any fish off because they won't see it. Someone did ask me to have them coated. Well, coating them actually causes more pollution than a lead on its own, because the pollutants in the coating is far, well, obviously doubled by the time you put the lead in. So the lead goes on. Again, you firm it up. Right, that's not going to come off there. That's on there. So you've now got a 2 ounce on there. You could, if you wished, which I do on a regular occasion, put another 2 on there to give you 4 ounce, so you can fish your 4 ounce in line, yeah, or a 3 ounce, or whatever weight you want. But yeah, so there we are now. So I'm going to show you how the PVA bag works, the system. That's like that. What I need now is some, well, this is black hydro elastic. It's pretty good, but I dare say any elastic would do it. A simple overhand loop. Like so, and then pull tight. Okay, snip off the excess, the tag end. Right, now this loop will go over the end of the feeder neck, like so. You would then get the tag end and thread through this tunnel here. Thread it through, he says. Like so. I'll just push it and then it'll pop up like that. Pull that right through. Now that knot there, this is purposely made for this. That knot there will sit inside that tunnel, like so. Okay, so there's no knot showing whatsoever, so the knot is protected. You would then get the tag end of the elastic and just pass through the hole, which obviously you've left clear of the Super Tack. Now that's gone right through there, as you can see. Yep. Okay, now what you do then is, well, these are 4mm these, but little rig rings, 4mm, they're used basically to stop the elastic pulling right through. So I'm going to drop one of them and thread it on the elastic like so. Okay, I don't know if you can see, that's pretty difficult, but it's on there like so. Okay, now that's dropped down to the end. That'll stop it all pulling through. Okay, so once that's tight and knotted through, that's not going to go anywhere. So that's on there like so. You'd simply pull that tag end. I'm just going to snip a bit off this. Right, that's so you've got to have that pretty tight. It's no good having it slack because your PVA bag won't stay on it. So pull it through. You've got to be making a knot with that little rig ring inside the knot. So pull that through. Just going to snip a bit more off actually. Check your tension. That's pretty tight. Check your tension every time because you know what bag you're going to put in there. It's either 40mm PVA bags or you can use PVA mesh. Simply tie the knot and pull tight. Again, nip off the excess and there you have it. You've got a PVA carrier there on a platform. That's tight enough. Once you've got your PVA bag under there, it'll hold tight, and well, basically it's a lot easier than making solid bags for my money. However, that's that. Now you're going to have to know how to thread that. Now the basis is exactly the same as before. I'll just get this line. It's exactly the same. It's the bait needle. Right, exactly the same. Pull the clasp down on your bait needle, thread it through. Now on this instance you've got to come through the middle of the loop that was created in the end of the elastic to hold it in place. So just push through, and as you can see there, it's coming right through the middle. Okay, so that's running through the middle of that loop. Yep. I'll just sit back in. Again, here's your main line. You want to be picking that up, so I'll just turn that. Pick that up on your bait needle, like so. Close the clasp and pull through. And there you have it again. Again, at this end, quick change swivel. Tie that on and snip it off. Again, that swivel's going to sit nicely inside that tunnel, as you can see. Watch. Bingo. The clasp, where it opens to allow your hook link to go on, is nicely tucked away inside. Okay, so that's that done. Now again, this is running free. So we need to put a piece of rubber on it. I'll just take it off the other one just to illustrate that. Obviously that would be on your main line prior to your threading, but for this instance the main line has been cut, and simply thread through. And slip on like so. Alright, now again, if you do get snapped off, this is going to pull away and come off. It just runs free. Okay, so it is inline, just like any normal inline lead, and it sits in there. Okay, that's it. Again, if you ever wanted to fit a lead on there, please do. It's pretty straightforward stuff. But yeah, that's it. The Speedy Feeder works as an inline lead with interchangeable weights. You can add, you can take away. Works as a PVA carrier, and if you do run out of PVA, we've got a simple clip-on method feeder for you, like so. Okay, well thanks for watching. That was just a small masterclass on how to actually use the feeder, but like I say, it's a multifunctional feeder and you use it for PVA, and at this moment in time it's good for a method feeder. They come in brown, green or black with interchangeable weights. But yeah, thanks for watching, and come back and see more of Mosquito's definitive products pretty soon.